So tell me about the story of the story that you told at Uncle Pat's Wake, about when you guys were working together. I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, a company called Aerospace Avionics, small electronics company in Bohemia on Long Island. He was home for the summer. He had been working as a science teacher that year in Olean, New York. So he was home on Long Island for the summer, staying with his parents, and he was looking for a summer job. He knew basic electronics and certainly did plenty of electronic wiring and could read schematics from all our model railroad work. Mm-hmm. So I suggested he see if he could get a job as a technician at the company where I was working. So he came in for an interview and they hired him right away, and then they made this terrible mistake of putting us on the same project. So I had been working on it was a complicated control system for a fuel cell being made by Pratt & Whitney. And I had an important demonstration coming up in a few days. Customer was going to be coming in, and I was behind schedule, and there were some changes I knew I had to make because it wasn't quite right yet. So I had spent some time designing the changes I wanted to make, and now it was time to actually incorporate them into the actual hardware. Mm-hmm. So we had spent a few nights working late hours trying to get it done. And this one night, it was about probably about 7 or 8 o'clock, and we had only 2 people in the building. Most of the building was actually dark, and I didn't want to leave until I had all the changes incorporated. So Pat said he'd go and get some food for us while I kept working. I said, fine. So he was gone about 20 minutes, came back with some stuff from Burger King and 2 of the cardboard Burger King crowns, which he insisted that we had to wear. So we ate the hamburgers he brought back, went right back to work again with the wearing the stupid crowns. We got into this kind of operating room scenario where I would be doing the actual physical work of modifying the circuitry. And he was running around getting everything I needed, getting me tools, getting me components, whatever. And we started this routine where I would ask for a pair of pliers and hold my hand out. He'd slap it into my hand and repeat the name of the tool like you've seen in doctor shows. So we'd be working and go, long nose pliers, solder, and he'd be working. So we're working like that for a little while, and he starts going, making this breathing noise like you've seen in doctor shows. So I felt I should contribute. So while he's going, I started going, thump, 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 thump. Still going, pliers, so on. I don't know how long we were doing this. I remember the whole building was dark except for this area where we were working. We had a couple lights. So we're in this pool of light in the middle of the darkness. And while we're doing this with our Burger King hats on, I happened to notice something at the end of the workbench where we were. I look up, and there's a vice president of the company watching us. So I said, oh, hi, Russ. He said, hi, I see you're working on the Pratt & Whitney job. Yeah, fortunately, he'd been there long enough to realize we actually were working. And he said, it's late. Appreciate the effort, but I think it might be time for you boys to go home and get some sleep. So, that was the one of the highlights of the summer, for sure.
Cool. Thanks.